Game 62 of the season is in the books.
It's the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Delivered by new melts from Pizza Hut. Cheesy, crispy, and loaded with toppings for just $6.99. Enough for two, price for one. New Pizza Hut melts, only at Pizza Hut.
Lakers basketball is a final.
877-710 ESPN.
It's the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Tipping off now.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
121-109, the final score. The Memphis Grizzlies over the Lakers. Lakers 4 games below 500. A lot of work left to be done. Not a big surprise or a shock that the Lakers lost this one to Memphis in Memphis. They do have the second best record in the Western Conference, but Lakers had their opportunities. They had a 3-point lead at halftime. You thought for a second, John Morant had 6 points at the half. You thought, hey, maybe. I know I was kind of being a little more cautious on it. Well, what does it mean? If he has 6 points in the first half, does that mean the next 24 are going to be Ja Morant's, or is it just going to be a bad night for Ja? Ended up with 39, 10 and 10, at 28 just in the third quarter. A couple of the stats here I know I've mentioned, just they're kind of mind-boggling, to be honest with you. 26-7 as far as turnovers go. 41-9 points off of turnovers. Fast break points, 33-15. Memphis, every opportunity they had, they're just pushing the ball up the floor. And how about this stat? 86-48 points in the paint. So the Lakers, there was a stretch in that third quarter where they went up 6. Then an 8-0 run by the Memphis Grizzlies put Memphis back up 2. And then they kind of never looked behind from there. 47 points in that third quarter. So the Lakers... they got a very, very, very important game coming up tomorrow. This time tomorrow, Lakers will be playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I got a lot of curiosity of what that game is going to look like for the Lakers, just based off of the importance and a Thunder team that may not have Shai Gilgeous tomorrow as well. Okay, let's go to Lakers head coach Darvin Ham, get his thoughts on this Lakers loss to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Darvin, we saw obviously the big turnover margin. Did you see any continued reason for that as the game went on?
I think guys are just trying to play the right way. We have to make quicker decisions in terms of, on catch. It's got to be a quicker decision that we make in terms of, the options that are available in that type of scenario or situation. You either got to shoot it, quick drive downhill, or swing it to the next guy quickly. We held it, I felt like, for too many extra seconds, too many extra dribbles. And it throws off the rhythm and time and allows their defense to catch up. And they're a tough physical ball club. There's a reason why they are who they are. And, they all play physical. They all take pride in their defense. Taylor's doing a hell of a job. But I just felt like it was times where our timing was off. And, we got some new pieces. We got some guys out of the lineup, obviously missing, but we have capable players all over the place. And, again, we have to be conscious of just making a simple play and doing it in a timely fashion.
Defense was terrific in the first half. Was there anything with the way Ja was able to get going in the third, Darvin, that you saw that kind of...
I mean, he's a monster in the paint. He has some unbelievable finishes, but then the turnovers. You turn the ball over, it's hard to get your defense set. It's a quick turnaround. You can see they're 33 points in transition. I think it's, 86 total in the paint. A lot of that was attributed, it was a cause and effect with our turnovers. But, my hat's off to them. They got a hell of a player over there in Ja, hell of a team. They're well coached, and they just forced their will in the paint on us today.
Darvin, you've had 6 new players since mid-July. That's always a challenge mid-season. Do you think a game like this kind of shows the level?
Since mid-January or July?
Oh, January. Sorry, I might have said the wrong thing.
I got more than 6.
But do you think a game like this shows just how LeBron kind of makes the blending just that much easier, and his head for the sort of everyone's place on the court just kind of makes the blend?
Absolutely. You got, arguably the best player to ever play the game. You're going to feel his absence. That's for damn sure. But, these guys, like I said, we have capable players at all positions. And, it's just a matter of us slowing down, understanding what we got to get to, making sure our spacing is correct, and then having a rhythm to what we're doing. Not just dribbling, probing, holding. We just got to get to it. We got to get in and out of our actions to get to a second side or third side action as quickly as possible. And obviously, again, we turn it over and we struggle with the rhythm of the game today offensively.
All right, 121-109 the final score. Grizzlies over the Lakers. Need a break from the everyday? Well, fans, it might be your lucky day because tonight Fantasy Springs Resort Casino is giving away 2-night stay plus dinner and golf or bowling for two. Make any day your lucky day. Book now at FantasySpringsResort.com. Phone number is 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-ESPN. We'll take your phone calls, and we'll get a chance to hear from Anthony Davis when we come back. Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
All right, I'm talking to all 710 listeners right now. Let's start off with this. March 18th, it's a Saturday afternoon. Miles Square Park in Fountain Valley. That is where I am about to teach everybody a little bit about pickleball. And the reason is because you see my father here is a world champion pickleball player. And while I have never played pickleball, not one time in my entire life, I already got my own racket, which means I'm about to kick some you-know-what. So come on out and support. Be there. We'll all watch college ball games together, and we are going to win.
Oh, you all right?
Yeah, I'm totally fine. Okay. I'm okay. Yeah. First fall of the day. Oh, it's on camera.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
All right, we're reminding you that Pickleball Madness, or March Pickleball Madness, is coming up on March 18th at Miles Square Park in Fountain Valley. It's free for all non-participants, and there's a million things to do, Al.
All right, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come out, hang out. We do these events every time we do them. We love having listeners there. We got our Pop-A-Shot Challenge. We got a beer garden going on. So we got everything going on. Don't forget that day.
Games for the kids. Bring the kids on out. It'll be a great time. You'll watch me and Al just wipe the floor with everybody because we're pickleball experts.
We'll be out in the first round.
This is the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show.
Highlights from tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line.
Presented by Pizza Hut. Try the new Detroit style from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, this is Anthony Davis of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
It's time for Lakers postgame with Sliwa.
Now, here's Alan Sliwa.
All right, Points in the Paint all season long is sponsored by Vista Paint. Right now, local residents can take 40% off on factory direct high-quality Vista Paint products. A Vista Paint team member will show you how. Locally owned, manufactured, and operated since 1956. Visit VistaPaint.com and start saving. I'm almost embarrassed to point out the points in the paint tonight. 86-48 Memphis. 86 points in the paint to 48 against the Lakers. Unbelievable. A lot of that damage, it felt like it was Obviously Ja Morant getting to the basket. It wasn't just him. Tillman had 18. Most of that's going to come around the hoop. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 16. Most of that was going to come inside the paint. Just incredible what Ja Morant was able to do. Let's take a quick phone call here, and then we'll go to Anthony Davis. Ken in Newport Beach, what's going on, Ken?
Hey, Alan. Well, I did expect them to win, but a couple of questions in my mind. And again, I'm not a coach. Maybe I think I am. Before the game, Michael Thompson was asked, how do you stop Morant? And he said, and you may have heard it, 80% of the time Morant goes left. Mm-hmm. Well, he was wrong because I charted it. It was 83% of the time, yet the Laker players were playing him to his right hand. If Michael knows that, why doesn't the coaching staff? Second point, Brown, 26 minutes, had 2 points, was 1 for 7. Walker played 22 minutes, and had 21 points. Isn't that the job of the coach to see who's playing right and who's not? Just questions I have in my head.
Appreciate you calling in, Ken. Let me throw this your way, and I'm going to go on the Ja Morant thing. I think my issue with Ja was this. And listen, this is what great players do. Luka's going to have nights like this. Ja's going to have nights like this. Giannis, Embiid, Joker, Steph, LeBron. Go down the list. This is what great players do, and sometimes there's just no answer for them. But personally, and I talked a little bit about this in the when we started the postgame show, I'd have liked to have seen Darvin Ham throwing a double at him. All right, Ja's in a rhythm here in the third quarter. Damn, this guy's getting to the basket anytime he wants. Having the ability to do anything at any point, but a lot of his damage was in the paint. Why not just throw off his rhythm a little bit? I'll throw a double at him. Now he's got to dish the ball. Now you're forcing other guys to do something. And maybe it wouldn't have mattered, but just sometimes you want to give a player a different look. That's what you're hoping for. Anthony Davis tonight, 28 points, 19 rebounds, 5 block shots. Here's AD on the Lakers loss by 12.
Of night on the box score for you, but you just mentioned how many turnovers you had, and so that was kind of endemic of the team. Where did you see that as building throughout, and what was the cause?
Just indecisive, indecision. We, they're a physical team. I think they got into us a little bit, and we were just a little hesitant. Whether it was a drive shot, early on we were losing the ball, unforced turnovers, and then we got, some forced ones. But we just got to take care of the ball. 26 turnovers. I think they had for 41 points. 61, 81, something like that, points in the paint. Like, we just got to be better, taking care of the basketball, which we have been lately, and which has led us to victories. But I think we competed. We did a great job defensively. I mean, Ja got going, based on our coverage. But, they made shots. Well, Ja made shots. But I feel like overall we competed, but the turnovers is what killed us tonight.
This question would apply for tonight, too, but also just zooming out, thinking about LeBron, unsure about when he's going to return. What is your mindset in how the team can try to fill in some of the things that he does, and what do you individually feel like you need to do?
Our team, we got a great team. I mean, more than enough to go out and get wins. We got more than enough to get a win tonight, more than enough to get a win tomorrow, and so on and so forth. Just compete like we did tonight and don't turn the ball over. Guys, I think play extremely hard. Obviously, his presence on the floor, his voice, his playmaking ability, scoring ability, definitely be missed, but other guys just got to step up. I have to step up and just come out and be aggressive.
Looking at the first half, and I think they were only shooting 34% against your defense. Then, as you sort of mentioned, Ja turns it up 28 points in the third quarter for him. What did he exploit something in the coverage? Did something kind of go haywire in the defense in that third?
Guards was getting screened. Bigs, we were too far back. He loves that floater. And then when the times we did step up, he dumped it off to the big rolling. It's tough. I mean, they didn't. I don't know. I'm not sure what they shot from three. I haven't looked at the box score yet, but it didn't seem like they made a ton of threes. 19%, 6 for 31. Thank you. Okay, they were 6 for 31. So, the paint is what killed us, and it was Ja. we'll look at it probably tomorrow before OKC, but that was the difference maker. Him being able to get to his floaters and beat us over the top.
Darvin told you, in essence, the mission's still the mission. How do you view your personal, I don't know if responsibility is the right word, role in seeing that mission through while LeBron's sideline?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, we still have enough to win basketball games. Pretty sure D'Lo's coming back pretty soon. Get him back, but yeah, the mission is the mission. Obviously it's a tough blow. When your big guys go out, but like I said, we have more than enough, in my opinion, to still win basketball games, and we have to. He's not coming back anytime soon, so we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We can't put our head down like, oh, we missed Bron. We had to go out and compete to the level that we did tonight. Thinking about this one for a little bit and then get ready for tomorrow.
When did it really sink in for you that LeBron, I mean, did you have a conversation with him? Was it just the way he was limping out of Dallas that it sunk in for you that he's going to miss some significant time?
It sunk in when he told me he was going to miss some time. I've seen him play through a lot of stuff, so, he finished the game. And he, talked to whoever he had to talk to. I know he loves to play. I know he, wants to win. He wants to help the team. So, it never crossed my mind that, he'll be out until he told me that he'll be out. So that's when it kind of sunk in.
Is the responsibility kind of, this type of injury, right? Like, there's only so much time. Yeah, there's only so much time left in the season, right? Like, where is there a responsibility, do you feel like other guys just really give him a reason? Do you understand what I'm saying? Where it's not too.
I think it's. Yes, it's a reason just for ourselves too. Like, we don't want to go home early. But what I don't want is him to rush back really early and it's still bothering him. Now he can't be himself, and then it might lead to, knock on wood. I want him to get completely right and healthy before he step on the floor. Like I said, it's on us, other guys in the locker room, to step up and continue to win basketball games and let him take care of what he needs to take care of. And when he comes back, we're able to start rolling again.
There have been times this season when missed shots have compounded into more missed shots, Did you sense that with turnovers tonight, that it seemed like, that they started to kind of pile up on guys and you could see guys getting frustrated?
Yeah, it's the way we was turning it over, bad passes, miscues, timing, things like that. So like I said, there was a lot of indecision. Fake backdoor, come back, and then go backdoor again. It was just a lot of miscommunication on offensive end. So that was a frustrating part. Fast breaks. We turn it over. We get 2 points out of it. So that's the most frustrating part. Just like you said, times where the turnovers were unforced. We were turning it over. So we just got to be better in that department.
Do you feel like that stuff that's just fixable with film work or?
I don't think it's film or reps. It's just us. Playing more collective, playing more calm, and just taking care of the basketball. We haven't had a high turnover game like that since this group been together. I don't think we had a high turnover game, since this group been together. We've been a pretty good ball club with taking care of the basketball. So we got to continue to do that. It was one of those nights where we just turned it over, and that's what this team feeds off of: turnovers and fast break points, and we let them have that, which was a big part of the third quarter and the second half. So I think we'll be fine.
D'Lo's been a guy who's been an all-star, averaged 20 points a game before. How much do you view him as maybe a guy who can assume more usage and kind of once he gets back, obviously?
Yeah. Takes a lot of pressure off Dennis, handling the basketball, especially when guys like Dylan Brooks said was picking him up full court. When both of them guys are in the game, you have an extra ball handler out there. It's rare that you have two guys who pressure, like that in a backcourt. So, when he comes back, it kind of takes pressure, off Dennis, and then also, Austin, all these guys who are point guards while, Bron and D'Lo's out. You get an extra ball handler and playmaker and score. So getting him back would be pretty good for us.
All right, that's AD right there. Anthony Davis talking about D'Angelo Russell, who, by the way, most likely will miss his third straight game tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hopefully, D'Lo is ready to go at some point in these next couple of games. Man, do they need him. That's a big-time difference if they can get him back. When we come back, we'll get a chance to hear from Austin Reaves. We'll preview a little bit of the game tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I want to go through some scores around the NBA as well. Certainly there's a lot of games that have some repercussions for the Lakers. So, again, all that coming up next. Stay right here. Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
All right, I'm talking to all 710 listeners right now. Let's start off with this. March 18th, it's a Saturday afternoon. Miles Square Park in Fountain Valley. That is where I am about to teach everybody a little bit about pickleball. And the reason is because you see my father here is a world champion pickleball player. And while I have never played pickleball, not one time in my entire life, I already got my own racket, which means I'm about to kick some you-know-what. So come on out and support. Be there. We'll all watch college ball games together, and we are going to win.
If you didn't eat it like Mace, you're good.
All right, we're reminding you that Pickleball Madness, or March Pickleball Madness, is coming up on March 18th at Miles Square Park in Fountain Valley. It's free for all non-participants, and there's a million things to do, Al.
All right, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Come out, hang out. We do these events every time we do them. We love having listeners there. We got our Pop-A-Shot challenge.
From tonight's Lakers game and your reaction on the Lakers line. The Los Angeles Lakers on 710 ESPN.
Presented by Pizza Hut. Try the new Detroit style from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Once again,
here's Alan Sliwa.
All right, 121-109 the final score. Lakers lose to the Memphis Grizzlies. Minnesota actually coming up on Friday. I want to point out a couple scores around the NBA because we're definitely starting to do this where we're paying attention to each game in the Western Conference. There's reasons for it. Each one of these games now become critical down the stretch. Only 20 games left now for the Lakers. So a little bit of good news for the Lake Show. You had the Thunder lose a little bit earlier today to the Kings, and the Lakers got the Thunder coming up tomorrow. Thunder kind of hovering right there with the Lakers. Clippers are playing the Timberwolves today, and I know Laker fans, you don't want to hear me say this. You kind of need the Clippers to win tonight. You need the Clippers to win. If Minnesota gets another loss, they have 33 losses. Lakers will have 33 losses. Blazers and the Warriors, kind of a wash because you really kind of need both those teams to lose, but I would prefer that the Blazers lose this one. They have a 15-point lead on the Warriors. And then this is an interesting one. The Pacers up 8 on the Mavs. See how that one shakes out, but we know how Dallas has been playing since that Kyrie trade went down and since Kyrie and Luka have played together. So maybe they go on some type of free fall, but they have not looked all that good. Let's take a quick listen here. Austin Reaves, get a chance to hear from Reaves. Reaves, by the way, had 15 points in the first half, only 2 points in the second half. Here's Austin Reaves' thoughts on the Lakers' loss.
Your distinction point tonight is turnovers. Of course, it's not just that simple, but what did you see as the biggest reason for that, and how did that impact the game?
that was the game. I mean, anytime you turn the ball over 26 times, 20, whatever we had, 25, 26, for 41 points, it's like spotting the team, basically 41 points. So I think they had, 7 turnovers, 9 turnovers, something little. I think we only had 9 transition points or points off turnovers. That's the game right there.
So no LeBron, D'Lo still out, 2 of your primary ball handlers, still some new guys right working in. How do you try to overcome some of that as you try to find cohesion in these groups, and some guys have to maybe step up and make more plays than usual?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's a little difficult, just because fairly new team to one another. But we got to get it quick, and this will be a big learning experience for us. We can go back, watch this film, and kind of see the mistakes we made, talk it out, have a real conversation with one another, because that's the only way we're going to get better.
It's kind of show just how supercharged LeBron can make team chemistry just by sort of his presence and understanding of the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's LeBron James, pretty good basketball player, pretty good, leader. He makes the game easy when he's playing, and even when he's not playing, he's talking over scenarios in halftime, things that we could look at, things that we could, have an advantage doing. So, LeBron.
What did you see from Ja in the third? And is there anything you guys could have done differently, or is that just a great player going to a special place?
I mean, obviously he's a really good player. I never want to take credit for, what he did. I don't even know how many he had. Obviously had a really good game. Huh?
28
in the third? Oh, damn, that's a lot of points. That's impressive. But, there's definitely things that we're going to watch film and see that we can do a little different to, kind of try to keep him in control. But, he's an all-star for a reason. But defensively, we probably just got to be a little better.
Darvin and AD both spoke with a ton of confidence about the challenge ahead, even without LeBron. How do you see the belief level of the group?
It's high. I mean, like you said, those two said, the energy is really good. Obviously you never want to see any of your teammates go down. Obviously Bron's a big part of what we do. Pretty good player, as I said. So you never want to see that happen. As someone that's kind of, puts a lot of the work on his shoulders when he's playing. So it's a little different when he's not playing. So we just got to, like I said, have conversation with one another, watch film together, and figure out, how everybody likes to play. But, we have a lot of talent in the room, and I think even tonight shows that, we can play with anyone. If we just control one, basically the turnovers, then, that's a very winnable game.
That's Austin Reaves right there. Obviously, the Lakers got a lot to clean up for themselves. They got another game coming up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'll be honest, Laker fans, I did not think the Lakers were going to win this game. I think obviously not having LeBron is one thing, but also not having D'Angelo Russell is a really, really big deal. Go get tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder. That to me is the important one. There were times Lakers had opportunities in this game. We don't have to kind of keep reiterating the things that the Lakers did wrong or the things did bad. I think we all know it. Oklahoma City is a very winnable game. They're a team that's also hovering right around you. And you can walk away from this 3-game road trip 2-1. And I think every Laker fan would be okay with that. And then you kind of start figuring out, putting the pieces together, trying to figure out life without LeBron James for at least a couple weeks. When is D'Angelo going to come back? But tomorrow's the big one, in my opinion. I would be very, very disappointed if 24 hours from today I'm doing the postgame show and we're talking about a Lakers loss in Oklahoma. We'll see what happens. That is our next broadcast. So our next game coming up tomorrow. Tip-off's going to be at 5. Pre-game show's at 3:30. I'm back on tomorrow morning with Travis Rogers at 10 a.m. as well. So we'll cover all Lakers starting in the morning. Thank you to Michael Funches. Thank you to Laura Romo, George Briones, and Brian Cohen. Appreciate everybody being a part of the show. Thank you also to our social media department, Josh Martinez. I'm Alan Sliwa. This has been the Pizza Hut Lakers postgame show on 710 ESPN.
of Glendale.
The #1 volume Subaru dealer in California.
Lakers basketball. Delivered by new melts from Pizza Hut. Cheesy, crispy, and loaded with toppings for just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts. Only at Pizza Hut.